Hey, good morning, my friends. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here with the MLive Morning Weather Update. And really pretty quiet, aside from smoke in the sky. So we'll see that. We'll look at the forecast for smoke. It does appear as though as we go to the next couple of days and the wind's back around in the southwest, it's going to push some or all of that smoke out of our sky as we head toward Thursday, Friday, maybe the weekend. That's going to allow us to heat up as well. So let's get on into it and show you what's going on. And again, we have kind of what I would call a dirty sky. What is going on? What is that? Is that fog? Is that smoke? Are those rain clouds? And the answer is it's mostly fog and smoke. Remember, we used to call that smog, was the combo. So fog banks around the Saginaw Valley, around the center of the state, Mount Pleasant to Houghton Lake, maybe in the northeast, those are starting to shrink, and we'll see clearer skies, except for that's when the smoke takes over. All right, so radar, really not much, just a couple of showers up across the UP. That is it, and I would call today a dry day. Let's look at the modeling to see if there's any sort of concentrated area of thunderstorms. You know, this time of the year, even in a day when we don't have a storm system around, we can get a lake breeze, and the models can generally handle that. As we go into the future of today, into this afternoon, this is late afternoon when you would see one of those types of lake breezes with thunderstorms. You don't see anything, so let's call today dry. When a model does something like this with a couple of light green things, don't even worry about it. Probably won't happen. We go into tomorrow. This is tomorrow afternoon, and again, an isolated thunder shower, a 1% chance, if you will, so we won't worry about it. Now, into the future, we don't really have a storm system that we're keying in on, except for maybe Friday into Saturday. Yes, keep the watering going, unfortunately. So this is today, and it's dry. Light wind pattern too. This is tomorrow, and it's dry. This is Thursday, and it's dry, and the atmosphere is slowly warming up. Friday morning into afternoon, afternoon into evening, and overnight. So it looks like on Friday some thunderstorms can come across the UP, northern lower, and into south central lower, but diminish as they do so. The next storm system, it could be about 2 weeks away almost. This will be Monday, August 12th. So really there's nothing that we can key in on that would say, yeah, we have a good chance of showers and thunderstorms. Having said that, I will say that Friday's upper air flow says severe weather outbreak, but it says it for northern Minnesota, maybe the western tip of the UP, and southern Canada. So we keep an eye on that at this time of the year. It's generally, this time of the year, generally about 95% very quiet, 5% weather mayhem. I don't see the weather mayhem in the forecast. All right, so with the smoke, with the fog, we're gonna, keep the temperatures out of the 90s for the next couple of days. So it'll be low to mid 80s today. Tomorrow we'll inch up another degree or two, and then we go to Thursday, temperatures in the upper 80s. Friday about 90, and on Saturday maybe we creep into the low 90s, because we do think that the smoke will go away some. I thought I had it lined up for you here. Let me see. bear with me just a second as I grab the smoke model. There we go. All right, so here's the smoke model. And so remember, the blues and the oranges, that's thick smoke. So we go through the day today and we obviously have a lot of smoke in line. Then we go to tomorrow and we start to get into a southwesterly flow, and by tomorrow afternoon and evening, the smoke model is predicting that the smoke starts to break up. We can go as far with this one as the middle of the night, Wednesday night. That's why we think that as we get to Thursday and Friday, smoke probably not as thick in the sky as it is right now, and that's also why we tack on 2 or 3 or 4 degrees of warmth and start to get, I would call it hot, as we get toward the end of the week and into the weekend, with most places around 90 degrees, if not 91, 92, something like that. There you have it, quiet weather pattern. Keep the garden watered. Be careful in the smoke if you're sensitive to that kind of thing. You know it by now, and today would be a day very similar to all other days recently with smoke in the air. And get ready for summer, hot summer weather to jump back in here as we get toward the weekend. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. This is the MLive Morning Weather Update. Thank you for joining me, and my 2 grandkids in the backdrop. Sorry.